Yes, sir.
Just come up and say it.
You okay? Just
Doesn't
you
matter.
can come down here a little bit and stand if that's okay with you, or
Okay.
however you feel comfortable.
So my name is
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
So my name is Jedediah Brown. I'm a national community advocate, anti-corruption, anti-police brutality.
Please give your address for the minutes.
My address?
Yes.
I'll say I'm homeless. I am a national advocate, so I move around the country. But I'm originally from Texas. I'll go with that. Okay, so 700 individuals have all found themselves in a similar state where their property is looking or seemingly going to be taken because of tax delinquency. And the reason why I am here is because when that happens, there are two processes by which they can recover their property. As you know, number one, that the mayor of the city could give them the property back. Or number two, those properties could be purchased in a tax sale, I believe, on the steps of the county. But what has happened and what has brought great concern for me to be here today is Claressa Shields, who hails herself as a neighborhood hero, a champion of sorts. She seemingly is getting preferential treatment, as I'm alleging, and it brought up a lot of concern. And so the mayor of the city of Flint didn't just give her property back because that would be too obvious. And I'm alleging, in exchange for her campaigning for him, he called the treasurer, Tom Muma, and he called executive director Michael Freeman, asking for them to basically give her privilege to be able to retain or to obtain her grandmother's property, which should also be with delinquent taxes somewhere to around $7,000 since, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3 years and a half, something like that, 3.5 years. And so basically, the reason why I'm here is because Claressa Shields has also called the Treasury Department, and she's been verbally abusive to the staff, basically pressing that her privilege basically be observed and that this not get out. And because of her verbal abusive nature to the staff, and specifically identifying the executive director, Michael Freeman, as her man that's supposed to get this job done, I'm asking that the board to step in to stop this level of corruption. But it also troubles me that a celebrity would think that they can get preferential treatment when there are 699 other people who I'm sure would love to save their properties as well. Thank God that the Supreme Court ruled that it is unlawful to take people's property for tax delinquency, and that stuff is something that the country is still trying to matriculate, but we definitely don't believe that privilege is, and I maybe say that wrong, Mr. Freeman. You Mr. Right?
Excuse me, we're still.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. He had a background.
That's why I.
So Mr. Freeman, nice to meet you in fact, but he can probably help us in the class to get that home or not. But she is a person who has a lot of wealth because of her status, and she should not need a special favor to obtain a property that she's delinquent in, somewhere around $7,000. So I wanted to bring the awareness to that. I have forwarded all of the communications, and I wanted to make the board aware that you're going to see a lot of outside activity because the corruption of Mr. Neely is not going to be unaddressed, and it is time that it starts being addressed fully. Have a good day.
First of all, thank you for being here. It's Sam Newman, not Tom. Just for the record.
Sorry.
You're okay. I'm good. I've been called worse, so I don't think that as a bad thing at all. If we're going to see a lot of one another, I want to at least be called the right name. So,
okay,
and I mean nothing bad. I happen to be the treasurer, and I will just say this to you, sir, that some of what you stated I don't think is exactly accurate. Some of what you stated is accurate. So I would prefer to have a discussion where we can have one. You know what I mean? Because nothing is hidden here. I did address the discussion with my staff, and I'll leave that to where I would address it with whether you're a celebrity or not, or whoever is. I'm not going to tolerate individuals calling my office and claiming anything, whether they're a celebrity or just an average person. That's not tolerated by my office, and I personally addressed that with Claressa. That's about, and her house was foreclosed on, and we don't do an auction on the front steps of the county. It goes in September to a sale of all the other properties that's there if the locals don't or the state has first right to foreclose properties, and then the local jurisdiction, the house you are particularly referring to at this moment is in the city of Flint. So the city would have the first right of purchasing that house. And then, of course, there's other ways that the treasurer could do it too, or the land bank. There's been no decisions as a final on that, so I'll leave that like that, but I understand the awareness that you're trying to bring. I look forward to that. I have no problem with that. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in that everybody should be treated equal, and each 700 is roughly where we're at, but we're a little beneath that because each individual house has specific reasons for whatever they found themselves in the situation, and sometimes in that there are ways to be able to correct something that might have been wrong, or it was in a sale and the title company didn't cover the end of it, and we find those after the fact. That's not specific to hers, but just I wanted you to know we send any properties that don't get exercised by the local, which could be 33 locals in Genesee County, can, like I said, ask for that property, and then they have to buy it. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
So is there any other, anybody else here for public comment?
Fact that I have not gotten all of the details right. The one that I can say that he would be conclusively right about is that his name is not Tom. His name is Sam. So great. We'll be reaching out from our office to talk to Sam. However, what I just stated, you guys have it right there on video. He said that some of my facts, according to him, is correct. But I don't expect for an official to come out right off the back and say, but you know what he didn't say was not a lie? He didn't say that Neely didn't call him and ask him to do something that would be essentially corrupt. And so what's happening is Claressa Shields, if you all pay attention to sports, you know, is a boxer. She is a female boxer, and basically she has been up and coming, but she seems to be more of just a good fighter, and those are everywhere in the community, than a real champion. And the reason why I say that is because a champion is somebody who has an effect on history and generations. Layla Ali is a champion. She is somebody who honors the art of the boxing that they are both in. She preserves the legacy and the history of her family, and she uplifts the community, not to which she just come from, but even all of that extended around her. That's a champion. Claressa Shields, again, is just a fighter whose talents have gotten her to be visible. And it got her a couple dollars, but legacy will not remember her well if she literally cannot even keep up her own grandmother's house with a $7,000 tax situation and then instead of paying it honorably, which would benefit the residents of Genesee County, she would rather try to push her celebrity and her privilege. And that is wrong on every level. And that tells me that she is not a fighter for the right things. And so I basically was blowing the whistle to let them know that we are aware, specifically because we talked to Shalita, who is actually a cousin of Claressa Shields. Shalita, who also would want to, or the other relatives who would want to actually obtain the property and do right by it. We want Claressa Shields to know that, we want the people of this county to know that if they're going to give her a special privilege, then they should be doing that for everybody. Because what they're trying to do, I didn't explain it in great detail in the meeting, is they're basically trying to allow those people, after that lottery is done, for those individuals who would get the pass, and instead of the mayor exercising his ability to give it back and make a deal, they're simply trying to get them to go back and give her the house without going through the proper steps and proper channels, hoping that nobody would notice or pay attention. But we have. And so that's what we were doing today here at Genesee County's at the Genesee County building. It's a new building. It's a very nice building. Whoa. Nice, nice, nice. Even that boardroom, pretty fancy. But we've done that. We've made it known. And if you all have been paying attention to me and my sagas with Flint, then you'll know that it's time for me to get the hell out of here. Because I ain't never seen the mayor as corrupt as Sheldon Neely, and he